And all y'all fans who be trolling with y'all some weirdos too. I'm not scared of none of y'all. Hey, none of y'all make me do nothing different. Nothing. I'm self-made, self-built. I got $8 million.
Numerous times since she been home. With the lane, let's get to the point. We won't get to the lane later.
Papoose has officially stated that he is finished with Claressa Shields, and the announcement has surprised many, especially given the timing after the uproar over alleged leaked bedroom photos that quickly turned into a major scandal. The situation intensified further when 50 Cent allegedly hinted at releasing certain images, with many believing he may have actually done so, which sent the drama into full chaos. Even though Papoose continued to show public support, speculation about hidden tension and distrust behind the scenes kept building, making the situation even more complicated and also drawing in Remy Ma. In reaction, Claressa refused to stay quiet and instead escalated the conflict by accusing Papoose of being involved with men, ensuring the controversy stayed active and highly public.
Why he put you on the show? What happens when you get older in Hollywood? You gotta... I don't know. Andy, tell her. She basically was insinuating that Fiddy is on my team. Yeah, that's what she was.
That he's gay.
Yes, yes. What? I didn't know. Look, I said to myself personally, Andy, I said on Instagram. Oh no, because I let her lick my some gay. You know what? You let her lick. She thinks.
And that's the problem.
No,
someone
we
with
were
your
in the
ass.
I'm sorry.
Papoose and Claressa Shields are now locked in a messy public back and forth that keeps escalating. It began when Claressa posted Instagram photos with bold captions and later shared more revealing pictures, which Papoose reacted to by showing love in the comments. She responded by hinting that he had already seen special private photos, which fans later started connecting to possible leaked or private content. At first, it seemed harmless, but as cheating rumors and her comments about special pics spread, many people began thinking the situation had crossed a serious line and explained why Papoose stepped away. Reports claim Papoose first learned about the situation through 50 Cent, who allegedly escalated things with a face swap post and hints of private material. At first, Papoose brushed it off and defended Claressa Shields publicly, but the drama didn't stop. Later, in an interview with DJ Vlad, he denied claims about her seeing someone named Bud. Yet rumors kept spreading, with further speculation that 50 Cent may have even sent him alleged footage directly, keeping the controversy going. Still, sympathy didn't lean toward Papoose, as people revisited his past with Remy Ma and accused him of cheating with Claressa Shields. Remy reportedly jumped in with alleged texts and claims about their relationship, while Papoose fired back, denying everything and accusing her of cheating, too. The back and forth made things worse, and online reactions quickly turned into karma talk, with old clips and emotional live streams resurfacing and adding more fuel to the drama. At this point, the situation around Papoose and Claressa Shields has turned into a full online storm of rumors, accusations, and non-stop speculation, with even harsh and unnecessary narratives being pushed about their relationship. Nothing is confirmed, but the drama is clearly not slowing down. Amid all the noise, Claressa finally addressed it in an interview, pushing back on how she's being portrayed and saying she treats her man with respect, calling herself submissive and saying she speaks to him like a king. Just because Claressa Shields is dominant in the ring doesn't mean she's the same in a relationship, but online reactions stayed divided. Some supported her explanation while others felt it was unnecessary. Meanwhile, fans also noticed that Papoose rarely shows public affection toward her, and that lack of PDA only fueled more questions and speculation about their relationship behind the scenes. Before people started drawing conclusions, some pointed out that Claressa Shields hasn't always kept a fully consistent version of events when explaining her relationships, which brought Tony Rich back into the spotlight. The two were reportedly together around 2020 and even got as far as an engagement, but things eventually fell apart. Now fans are using that past situation to question how reliable her public statements are. Although their breakup was expected to stay low-key, reports suggest it turned more complicated, with Claressa later speaking on the split and hinting at personal issues on Tony Rich's side. But now, Claressa Shields is facing pushback from Tony Rich's family, who reportedly argue that the claims being made weren't accurate and were presented in a way that amplified attention more than truth. One widely circulated statement in particular surprised many people, where a family member said they felt compelled to speak out describing a tense moment in church where Claressa allegedly stepped down from the podium, approached them directly, and pointed out where a relative was sitting. The statement further claims she stood very close, creating an uncomfortable situation that was interpreted as intimidating behavior. That incident reportedly escalated the tension even further, with the speaker saying they avoided reacting physically despite pressure from others because they wanted to stay calm and not worsen the situation. Meanwhile, online discussions around Claressa Shields have grown more intense, with some claiming she reacts strongly when she feels disrespected and that her responses can shape public perception of others. People have even started comparing the current situation involving Papoose to her past with Tony Rich, suggesting a repeating pattern, and many now believe the positive phase between Papoose and Claressa has already ended, leaving behind a public fallout filled with criticism and scrutiny. The main question everyone is asking now is whether things will escalate even further, whether Papoose will drop receipts or footage, or if Claressa Shields will respond again with more statements. What's clear is that the drama is still far from over, and the tension is so high that even a small move could spark another wave of controversy. Fans are closely tracking both sides, waiting for the next response and any new revelations. Meanwhile, social media is keeping the fire burning, with every post and reaction being overanalyzed, while audiences remain sharply divided in their opinions. Some fans are fully backing Claressa Shields, arguing she's being misjudged and unfairly targeted because of her strong competitive image as an athlete. Others are supporting Papoose, saying the nonstop rumors, pressure, and public scrutiny would test anyone's patience. At the same time, a third group doesn't trust either side and believes there's much more happening behind the scenes that hasn't come out yet. There's also increasing pressure on what either of them does next. If Papoose stays silent, people may treat it as confirmation of rumors, but if he responds again, it could reignite the back and forth and push the situation into an even bigger escalation. The same situation applies to Claressa Shields as well. Every time she responds, it keeps the spotlight firmly on the controversy, but staying silent could also allow speculation to spread unchecked. Adding to the pressure is how fast narratives are forming online, with old interviews, past relationships, and unrelated moments being pulled back into the discussion to support different theories. It's no longer just about current events, but everything they've ever said or done being re-examined under a microscope. Some people are even predicting it could escalate into a full exposure phase where private messages, details, or footage might eventually surface from either side. That possibility alone is what's keeping audiences locked in, because once something like that surfaces, there's no way to undo it. At the same time, a lot still hasn't been confirmed, which is exactly why the situation feels so unpredictable. Rumors are spreading faster than verified facts, and reactions are forming before the full picture is even clear. This kind of atmosphere only increases the pressure, making every small move feel much bigger than it may actually be. Right now, everything feels like it's in a pause, but not a peaceful one. It's more like a tense waiting period where people are expecting the next development to change everything again. And judging by how quickly things have been escalating, that moment could arrive sooner than expected. At this point, the situation feels like it's hanging on a knife's edge, ready to tip at any moment. What began as rumors and low-level tension has now escalated into a full public spectacle involving Papoose and Claressa Shields, with pressure continuing to mount. Every action they take is being closely monitored, dissected, and turned into fresh headlines, leaving little to no control over the narrative on either side. What's driving the chaos even further is how unpredictable both have been. Just when things seem like they might settle, a new post, comment, or reaction appears, and the entire situation flares up all over again. The situation keeps people engaged as new details constantly spark online debate. Trust is the main issue, with fans unsure whether things were ever stable or already falling apart. Rumors, accusations, and outside influences have made it hard to separate truth from speculation, while past relationships being revisited have added more tension. As a result, the narrative continues to grow through reactions rather than confirmed facts. Even without solid proof, public opinion keeps shifting, making the situation feel unstable, unpredictable, and far from any real conclusion. What makes this situation even more intense is how easily it can escalate at any moment. One post, one interview, or one unexpected revelation could push everything into a completely new direction involving Papoose and Claressa Shields. Based on how things have unfolded so far, that possibility doesn't feel far-fetched at all. At its core, this isn't just a relationship breaking down, it's a public unraveling happening in real time, where every new detail exposed only adds more confusion and keeps people watching. Even if the full truth is still unclear, the impact is already obvious. Right now, everything remains unresolved and constantly building, and until one side fully steps back or something definitive emerges, The situation isn't slowing down. It stays loud, complicated, and unpredictable, with the next move having the potential to change everything instantly.